Hello, my name is Anthony Lee. I'm here to do the Unit 4 discussion board. And I'm going to read the questions that is on the discussion board that we were told to answer basically. And so I'm going to go over that. Again, my name is Anthony Lee, and this is for the Unit 4 discussion board. So it asks to define the word immersive learning. And in my opinion, immersive learning is an approach that uses technology and interaction techniques to create an engaging atmosphere or an experimental environment. I've seen teachers in elementary schools from which I either substituted or I worked as a volunteer, and I watch how they taken certain projects that they modeled or that they came up with in order to get third graders involved. Sometimes it was early childhood education, so that field in general, so it just depends. So it's either using computers in order to add certain things on the software at their level to see where they are in order to get them involved with this gaming or just assignments in general. So hopefully that answers that first question. So the next one asks, now that we know what immersive learning is, the next one asks, and it says, what did you know about these environments already? I'm not that familiar with the environments that much. I'm just going to stick strictly to what I know, and that would be in the education field, elementary. And so I will basically say that's what I will already know, environmental wise. There is nothing else that I've seen as far as immersive learning outside of the elementary setting. So I'm just going to stick strictly to either the early childhood field or elementary in a public school, maybe a private. I have done it in Montessori, but basically I'm going to stick with elementary. Okay, and so here we go with the next question. And it asks as such, if you can bear with me just a moment. Have you used them? Why not? Like I said earlier, yes, but not that much. I basically just, I was shadowed by a teacher, and they were able to show me certain techniques that they use. If a student was having trouble in certain areas, they would show me certain, for example, certain games, whether it was math or ELA, and they would, there's a way that they could go into the computer and they could set certain things within that curriculum. Let's just use math for example. If they had trouble with numbers, sometimes they had it set up in the computer where a cartoon character will read the numbers out loud, or there's a way that it got them involved. And then sometimes it's set up where the teacher can put something, technology on the smart board and have all the students involved in that particular game or assignment to get them to understand the math assignment or even the reading assignment. Okay? And so the next one asks the question, bear with me for a moment. Let's see, what can motivate curriculum designers and stakeholders to use these new approaches? I would say basically, you can have a meeting set up for the stakeholders to come to and show like an experiment, demonstration. You can model, let them see what's going on and allow them to see the results with the scores data-wise. If it's working for that particular grade level, whether it's first grade, second grade, even kindergarten, or even if you're talking about adult learners as well. So there's a way, in my opinion, that questionnaires or strategies such as surveys can be mentioned, so that way that the stakeholders can actually see what's been done, what's been implemented, and what can help move on to further and advance the education of the learners. And I hope that was able to answer that question. What are the practical obstacles to using these forms of technology? What are the practical obstacles to using these forms of technology? I'm going to say hardware, software problems. Sometimes you can have that, and sometimes you can have high costs. So hopefully that would answer that question. What does the literature suggest regarding the impact of such technology on cognitive processes, memory function, and learner engagement. I believe that sometimes you can have potential losses as well as gain. Cognitive wise, there's times that if it's not used correctly, that there could be like a decrease cognitive wise. And also in engagement or collaboration, I believe that it can get low in value. And that is my answer for what does the literature suggest regarding the impact of such technology on cognitive processes, memory function, and learning engagement. And I hope that this has answered the question. Thanks.